Manager told me I'd be fired if I discussed wages, and more. Hello. I just got off work. I'm being trained currently. And I had a very heated discussion with my manager before I clocked out. And she continued to talk about it on a phone call after work. She told me that if I were caught discussing my wages with other employees, I shouldn't be working there and that I would be fired. Also, in a separate conversation, I disclosed my disabilities to my manager, that I would like to work the night shift due to multiple diagnosed sleeping disorders. She told me, not only that she doesn't care and is going to schedule me how she sees fit, but that if I would have told her that in my interview, she wouldn't have taken the gamble on hiring me, while threatening me with termination. She told me to cite her the law that says I have the right to talk wages. It's like everyone should know about the NLRA, right? But she wouldn't let me show her. She told me I was wrong. I have never had a manager that acts like she does. She is incredibly tyrannical. I don't know how to navigate this. I really need help forming a plan of action, because I don't think she should be managing this way, nor threatening me to the point where I'm worried about my job security now. Any help? Edit. I am so grateful to you all. The diverse perspectives really show me how complicated a situation like this is. But many of your answers share the same. Lay low and document in writing. I will be following up with a non-sarcastic formal email and BCCing myself. Thank you all. I'm a lot less scared. Email her about the discussion and play dumb like you're just trying to be helpful. Hello name. I wanted to follow up on our conversation on date. I feel that you were misunderstanding me. In our conversation you said employees are not to discuss wages per company policy, and per this policy employees could face consequences up to and including termination if it is discovered they have been discussing wages. I let you know that the NLRA is a law that protects this activity. You said you have never heard of this law, and I felt you may think I made it up. Please see link the NLRA. You will find that, under the National Labor Relations Act, NLRA, or the Act, employees have the right to communicate with other employees at their workplace about their wages. I hope this clears up confusion on what I was trying to explain earlier today. Best. Name. Document everything as best you can. Take notes on everything, starting with what you posted here. Note dates and times. You're almost certainly going to get fired. Start talking to lawyers now, as they can help you lay the groundwork for a successful lawsuit in the future. Lawsuit possible for sure. First of all, why the hell wouldn't they let you work night shift when that's probably the hardest schedule slot to fill, is it not? And as you know, you can absolutely discuss wages and should. Any of the stuff you've got in emails or texts, make sure to save screenshots, and anything else discussed in person, you should write a detailed description of what happened, was discussed, with the date and time if you know it, even if you don't want to take any action against them, which you would absolutely be in the right to do if you wanted to. You'll have it to reference in case they pull something with someone else in the future and they need help proving a pattern. Sorry you have to deal with this. I suggest you update your resume and start applying everywhere you're interested in, because you deserve a better work environment regardless of what they say or do. I'd try to lay low until you have something else lined up, but keep a record if anything else comes up, and afterwards report them to the labor board, if you have one where you live. Ask your manager how much she makes, because rectal stick removal has gotten really affordable. The law that allows you to discuss wages? Did she cite you the law that allows her to tell you not to discuss wages? In addition to issues about following laws regarding wage discussion, I would also be a little concerned about, and document, an employer saying that they would not have hired someone with a documented disability. I'm quite certain there are some legal issues there as well.
Do it anyway.
Get it in writing if you can. But she has broken the law twice in one conversation, which is impressive. Whatever else you do, you should be looking for a new job. This one is not going to last very long. Burn it down on your way out. Mess up anything you can. Get a written notice of the wage discussion rule and then get your business in trouble with the law.
Run.
Look for a new job. Unfortunately, you often can't defend yourself against a sociopathic manager. Jobs don't have to adhere to ADA requests 100%. The requests have to be reasonable. Yours to work night shift is. However, I'm not an attorney. Secondly, if they call you into the office, check to see if your state is a one-party consent state. If it is, secretly record the conversation where they terminate you. Make sure you say things like, "So wait, you're terminating me for talking about my wage?" Quote, federal law protects you there.
Join your union.
If firing me for discussing wages is not illegal, then I fully expect to see it as the reason for my firing in my termination paperwork. See how quickly she folds. So did you show her what the NLRA says about discussing wages? I'd get some doctor's notes regarding your sleep disorders and take it up with HR. The company I work at requires HR to be involved in conversations regarding ADA accommodations. Her stating she wouldn't have hired you if she'd known about your disorders is also a massive HR red flag. You're allowed to talk to your coworkers about your pay and are protected by the NLRA. It's illegal to fire an employee for discussing wages. Get them to say what they told you in some way that you can record it. It's clear-cut against the law, it's not even worth discussing. Just get it recorded. Be sneaky, say, "Hey, remember when we were discussing this? Well, I wanted to show you this," while recording. Seriously, run the other way and don't work for people like this. Our companies. The time for that kind of power and control has passed. And they need to close the doors and crawl back to the hell they came from.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.